who is the Sphinx? Khafre or another king? A lion's head which would have been reworked to be transformed into Pharaoh's head? Whatever. The question is, what does the head of the Sphinx look like? With 3D face reconstruction software, here is the face of the Sphinx reconstructed correctly for the first time. No comment. Since they were black, it makes sense to make a sculpture in their image. Like a painter who paints his god in his image, the Egyptians made the Sphinx to theirs. It is hard to imagine white Egyptians making a sculpture of their god or their king with a Negro profile.
Yes, you heard the word Negro. It is unfair to show you a recipe without showing you the real.
Some eminent visitors over the years, among them Gustave Flaubert, thought the Sphinx was black African. According to Zulu history, in ancient times, their people inhabited northern Africa. When the rain stopped and the region became Sahara, the Zulu migrated south. This view now has some support. In his detailed report, Frank Domingo suggests that the face of the Sphinx is consistent with typical African facial structure. After the New York Times published its op-ed piece on Domingo's work, orthodontist Sheldon Peck wrote a letter, independently arriving at the same conclusion. Orthodontists work with facial bone structure on a day-to-day basis. Would that be a twist on history? If the face of the Sphinx was meant to represent a black African king or queen?
It is interesting that the Zulus in their myths and traditions
Were called Kemits, and Egypt was called Kemet, the land of the black. No, it is not the black color of the Nile silt, which is mentioned as some archaeologists claim, but the color of the skin of the people living there. When we speak of white country, we are not referring to the color of the snow in the Alps. Let's end the rumors of whether or not Howard Carter falsified the golden mask of Tutankhamun and reproduced false relic. Observe the mask of Tutankhamun and the face of this African girl. I can see Carter, the European, falsifying the African steel mask.
It is noon. The temperature is at full force. That is to say, that is about 45 to 46 degrees Celsius. There is absolutely no shade, since it's a quarry, and there is no building, and we can absolutely not take shelter. So much as to say that I will not stay here 3.5 hours.
It is getting a little warm here. We are behind the pyramid of Menkaure. I'm beginning to understand why Femi did not come.
In Egypt, during the summer months, the season during which the pyramid was built, temperature reached 45 degrees Celsius and higher. Under this overwhelming sun, no other human race could survive shirtless more than 4 days without experiencing a severe skin burn. The only race capable of withstanding days and months without problem and without sunscreen is the Negro race with black skin. I paint and I never had a preference for this or that color. A painter likes all the colors, but we say that we must give back to Caesar what belonged to Caesar. Well, let's give back to the Egyptian what belongs to the Egyptian. The Egyptians of the pyramid for millennia were Negroes, neither olive-skinned nor mulatto, but charcoal black.
Okay, I just need to put sunscreen, but I stopped in front of a school. Hello, hello. And I guess I'm gonna be the attraction while I put sunscreen.
Hi.
Hi.
How
are you?
Hi.
Hi.
It would be impossible for Eurasian people to live in ancient Egypt with the heat. Peep how this Eurasian man needs sunscreen while in Egypt. You see them
My name
upper
is
black
you.
Egyptians.
Huh?
My name is
Enta Pate. Nice to meet you.
My
Enta?
name is Musa.
Mustafa. Musa. Okay, I just need to put sunscreen, but I stopped in front of a school. Hello, hello. I guess I'm gonna be the attraction while I put sunscreen.